What's going on, you guys? Back at it again. We are here with another artist tip video, here to give you guys more tips in 2022 on getting bigger and becoming the perfect artist. If you haven't, make sure you go read my book, How to Become the Perfect Artist, officially out right now. We're here at the Hollywood sign. I don't know, can I hold this? Let's see. I'm at the Hollywood sign right now, and I'm here to give you guys some new tips. So make sure you stay locked in, don't go anywhere. We're going to be talking about doing a show with a celebrity versus throwing your own show. So if you've had thoughts of throwing your own show because you don't want to pay for a show doing it with a celebrity, let me give you a couple of advantages and disadvantages of them both, and you can choose for yourself. So let's get started with the episode. All right, you guys, so we're going to start this episode off right. I'm actually going to start with a couple of advantages of both, so you can know why you should either be paying to do a celebrity show or why you should be throwing your own show. So let's get started with the celebrity shows. I know the number one complaint of doing a celebrity show is that you're opening up for somebody else. That's the main complaint that I always hear from people. Well, why do I want to open up for Lil Durk, or why do I want to open up for Meek Mill, or why would I want to open up for? Let me give you the advantages why. So first advantage is hopefully you're booking these celebrity shows with artists that make the same music as you, so that you can latch on to their fan base. That's the number one thing. You want to be able to do these celebrity shows where you guys make the same music, so that their fan base can find out about you and you could get some new fans. So the advantages of doing celebrity shows is that they're going to be packed every single time. You're not going to have to guess. You're not going to have to, invite 100 people out. Literally, there's going to be 1,000 people there waiting to see you perform. So that's one major advantage. So if you can link up with an artist that makes the same kind of music as you, then you're golden. You have everything that you need. You have a room full of people waiting to hear your music and potential new lifetime fans that you can gain. So that's one advantage of doing a celebrity show, is a packed house. I mean, doing your own shows, it's kind of like in the air depending on how your promotion is. If you book Meek Mill, or you book somebody like Lil Durk, or anybody big right now, there's going to be a crowd there. They're not going to be there directly for you, but they're going to be there guaranteed. So don't sleep on that, man. That's one of the biggest advantages of doing these celebrity shows, is that you're promised a packed house. So if you wanted to invite somebody who hasn't been to your shows before, inviting them to a celebrity show is going to be one of the best shows to invite them to, because they're going to think that you brought all of these people. They're going to be like, damn, yo, you're performing here? Like, this is sold out. But realistically, they're here to see the celebrity and not here to see you. But the advantages is it's going to be a sold out night, and it's going to be packed. So you're going to have a room full of people waiting to hear your music. All right, so while having a room full of people guaranteed is a very great benefit, let's talk about the benefits of throwing your own show. So one of the main benefits that I see of throwing your own show is creative control. Not only can you control who comes up in the room, not only can you control the people that are performing at your show, but you can control you having merch there. You can control the DJ playing your music throughout the night. There's so many things that you can put your hands into that are very valuable that people sleep on. That they be like, well, what can I do at my own show? There's a million things you can do at your own show. Of course, it does take everything on you now, because you're not dealing with somebody with a bigger name that's going to bring all of these people out. But the control that you have at your show to make sure that your music is being played, to make sure that you're inviting the right people, to make sure that the artists that are performing before you are the people that you want to perform at your show. Because remember, when you're throwing your own show, it's more or less on you. People are looking at you more because your name's on it. You're the one throwing the show. So that's a number one advantage of throwing your own show, is that you have more creative control, which is very important, because selling merchandise is very important. At a celebrity show, I don't think you're going to be able to have your own table set up. Unfortunately, they tables is going to be set up. And even getting your music played, when you're doing a celebrity show, I definitely, unless you know the DJ, don't know if that celebrity's DJ is going to take your track, put it in and play the track. I don't know how that's going to go. So just having creative control, man, that's the number one big advantage of throwing your own shows. You get to pick the venue, you get to pick the DJ, you get to pick the artist, you get to pick whose merch is outside, you get to pick even whose music is played during the event. So that's a number one plus that you should hold on to and know when you're throwing your own shows. That's the biggest advantage. Now that we know the advantages, the biggest advantage of throwing your own show and the biggest advantage of doing a celebrity show, what are two big disadvantages that may make you want to go in between and doing them both? So The biggest disadvantage that I've always seen with celebrity shows that I hear from artists is paying to be on these shows. They're very, very expensive. They normally range around $400 to $50 to $700, $750. If you're opening up for somebody like Lil Baby, maybe $1,000, $2,000, and this is for a 2-song set. So it definitely is really, really expensive. You kind of got to remember, you're not paying for what you're about to get. You're paying to be on that stage with all of those people watching and listening to your music. So that's the biggest disadvantage I've heard from doing celebrity shows. But the biggest disadvantage I've heard from doing your own shows is honestly way worse than having to pay $450. The biggest disadvantage I've heard of doing your own shows is nobody showing up. If nobody's there, does it matter that you own 100% of everything? Does it matter you saved maybe $100 because your homeboy's a DJ, your mom got a venue in her backyard, you know what I'm saying? Was that really worth it if nobody showed up? So, biggest disadvantage of doing your own shows, which is something you really have to take into account, because a lot of people say they will pull up, but a lot of people will give you an excuse the day of the show. So definitely make sure you have that in your mind. The biggest disadvantage of throwing your own shows is people not showing up and you having no one at your show, versus having to pay maybe $450, maybe even $700 for a packed room. So those are the two biggest disadvantages that I want you guys to know very, very early. I want to be very transparent with you guys and know that this is the truth. So let's get into what I think about what you should be doing. Okay, so now which one should you guys be doing? So let me give you my own personal advice. This is personally from me. This is my own opinion. Anything else that I'm about to say after this has everything to do with me and nothing to do with actual facts. So I think if you can afford it and you're a talented artist and you make good music and you make fantastic music, you should be opening up for celebrities. I know that you want to do your own show. I know you want to bring your people out and do all of this extra stuff. You want to have total control because you're the man and you run the streets. Let me tell you something. The clout on social media versus actually putting seats in a chair is two different things. Do not get that confused. So if you can have somebody take that job away from you and make sure that there's people guaranteed sitting inside of them seats who are going to be listening to your music while you're performing, that's way more than what you're going to pay throwing your own show. Even if you're paying only $100 to throw your own show, if there's nobody in the room, that $100 was wasted. You could have spent an extra $350, performed on stage with a celebrity, might have met him backstage, might have took a pic, might have connected in, maybe get a feature in or something, and you missed it because you wanted to save that $350 because your peoples was telling you, oh, it's such a waste of money, don't spend $450 to perform. Let me tell you something. In this industry, it's 90% business, 10% actual music. So the business moves that you make is going to determine where your music career is going to go. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Let's talk about doing your own shows. To the point of when you should be doing your own shows, personally, if you ask me, is when you have the following to put the seats in the chair. That's when it's going to be beneficial for you. Even when you're doing an $100 show, if you can't put 100 people in that room, I'm telling you, saving that $350 is a waste of money. So that's the best time for you to be doing your own shows, is if you can put seats in the seats. That's it. If you can't put people in a room, then you need to be doing these celebrity shows, because while it is expensive, let me give you two giveaways. So let's say a show is $500. Let's just say it's $500. It's, you know, an up-and-comer, it's going to be a good crowd there, and you're debating it because they're only giving you maybe 2 songs, maybe 5 tickets, maybe a meet and greet, possibly. You want to throw your own show. Let's say you have nothing. You have to get a venue. Venues cost an average of $350 to $500 for the night. Then you got to get a DJ lowest, and if this is disrespecting DJs, you pay them $100, $25 an hour. But most DJs, you're gonna pay, again, $350 for a great DJ, $350, $500. So you're already in $1,000. So you're already overspending $500. And we didn't even get into the promotion part. We didn't even get into, now of course you make some of the money back by booking artists, by booking vendors. Again, that creative control, selling merchandise. But again, it all goes back to putting butts in seats. If you cannot do that, then throwing your own show, it's just not a no-go for you. Make sure you go open up for a celebrity, get your clout up. Everybody's gonna see you on them stages. People are gonna wanna start coming to your shows. So take advantage of the opportunity if it comes around, because one, you can't open up for a lot of celebrities. It's just not possible. So if you get the opportunity, take it. And then two, it's just a free way for you to build up your social media, your following, people hearing your music. It's free. It's not free, but it's a free way to be doing a sold out show. So I think you should take advantage of it if you can afford it, because it's only going to be beneficial for you. So those are my give and takes of throwing your own show versus paying a celebrity. Again, throwing your own show, you're going to be in over $1,000 anyway. So if this show is $500, but 500 people are going to be there, just think about that. So definitely let me know what you think about inside of the comments. We have so much more content coming for you guys this year. We're going to be really helping you artists get to the highest level on where you need to be at. So we're going to be helping you with decisions, giving you some tips, giving you some tricks, you know what I mean? So whatever you want to see, comment below inside of the comments. If you have a question about the music industry, just something that you want to learn, maybe something that I know that I could talk about, let me know. We'll make a video about it. But until then, this has been Cutty from Cutty TV. I am your host as usual, and we're here helping artists get to the next level in 2022. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and share to a friend, because we're going to be around all year giving you guys the best tips and tricks to take you to the next level. So until next time, I'm out of here.